What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review the sixth album and major label debut by American punk rock band Alkaline Trio. Basically this product is called Agony and Irony, and it came out in the summer of 2008. Now within the Fair's About It here, this is a more low-key type band pitches like that, but they've had a series of albums that have came out as far back as 1998, and they have albums into the 2020s pitched like that. So this is within the Fair's that like some pop punk here pitched like that. Now within the mostly, since they're kind of more low key within the pitch and more kind of charting type appeal, but this particular album has one of their largest charting singles on it pitched like that. Excellent Upward Deals. Help Me has some particular decent kind of phrase like the alternative chart kind of phrase pitched like that. So some more deals. I do recognize this particular band being a part of like the particular like there was an Underworld soundtrack that I reviewed back in 2022, and I wanted to get to this band. I'm going to start getting to some of those type folks off of some of those type soundtracks and pitches like that, because there are some ones in there like there's some ones in there like AFI in particular, like Depeche Mode, that had some hit type gems off that particular pitch. But this is one of which I want to get to within some type phrase pitches like that. So paying attention to the ordeal, low key type band like I was saying, but the pitch behind it. This is another classic album here within these pitches. Just the aspect. I'm going to review the standard edition with 11 songs. They have released a deluxe edition that has 20 songs on there, which has some acoustic remixes and a couple bonus songs. They're going to have further inspiration to fuck with this product again. So definitely getting towards it as far as these pitches can have them within the ordeal, as far as within the fray. But yeah, within the particular aspect, it's kind of within the variety, within some similar type fashions to like Blink-182 in certain senses, and kind of gives me traces of Trapped and Alien Ant Farm, just without the more new metal-esque type stuff, pitches like that about it. But some of these Sungaze type ones are kind of on here. It's more of like a summer fared, kind of summer lick type alt album pitch like that, but it's just kind of fair. The energy about this album is not as full-bound ferocious. It has more bubblers and boilers, more so than full-bound kind of spastic kind of energy, like a Dynamite type club single. It's within the pitch. They do have some step out on here. It's within the pitch as far as saying, but it just is. It's a more passive aggressive kind of album within these pitches that just doesn't reach like the Ravenous type bite when you think of like a punk kind of staple like All the Small Things, or particular other type ones like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous by Good Charlotte and the Anthem. Some of these type ones pitches like that, some type ordeals is pitches like that, some type fairs was within the aspect as far as saying had a good lambic kind of charting single with Help Me as far as those pitches can happen, but it's just the aspect it kind of takes some of those kind of dreary and kind of more pink and tangerine kind of skies type altitudes amidst like when you think of like Alien Ant Farm off of their anthology album from 2001 with hit songs off of there like particular just that more kind of summer evening drudge kind of that summer kind of evening drudge kind of just that more summer kind of evening drudge kind of drew about it, like songs like Attitude by Alien Ant Farm, pitch like that, sounds type ones. So within the pitch, as far as talking about it, some porch type songs, pitches like that, has some good commerce type ones within the aspects as far as like the tone. Just like that usual kind of emo and punk kind of embrace to kind of get done with things once it's like 4 o'clock p.m. But some of these rumble type songs are also on here within a pitch. It just like the job of like, yep, I'm going to get tore up, figure out some of these type pitches. This is not a straight edge type album within these pitches, but it's just the aspect as far as saying has the aspect as far as getting towards like the product that a lot of this is just kind of more with not so much hardcore as full bound, but it's just kind of pitch. It's a nailed kind of pop punk type album. It's just more amidst the pitch without minus maybe Help Me and like certain type stances for folks who really know alt rock kind of radio pitch like that. Some of those charting singles, especially from the 2000s, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying. It's kind of pitch as far as saying that this is just more in the trenches type stuff to kind of have just more amidst like social circle type fare and word of mouth type territory within the pitch. It is kind of more neighboring and kind of personal, kind of commonplace pitch like that. So it's within those ordeals. So it's not as full bound recognizable, but pitch like that, still some good type phrase about it. Just the aspect as far as these feels can happen. Definitely, especially in like the Hot Topic type sense as well. They were on the Vans Warped Tour, so these type pitches. So it's within the ordeal as far as saying good type aspects within the tones, a good emo type flair. Good emo type flair just within the pitch. It just like some good excellent kind of make weight for pop punk as far as those pitches go. So once you get past like the Dynamo type ones within the most mainstream type noise about it, like particularly Blink-182, Good Charlotte, like All Time Low, some of these type ones pitches like that, some of these type fairs, a couple other ones like Trapped in certain senses, Papa Roach and The Right Day, some of those type complex kind of pitches as far as digging deeper into the trenches, some of these type ones, Breaking Benjamin, folks like that. But looking after it, 2 brief singles out this product, like I was saying, the pitch behind this particular pair, that for the most part, I'm not sure if any of their albums ever went gold or platinum, some of those type pitches within the aspect. They don't seem to have that terribly many charting type singles, but it's within the pitch as far as saying some good type phrase about it here. We got 10 out of 10 albums. So Help Me is the lead single. This was a top 15 single on the alternative rock charts, pitches like that, some good type phrase about it, but they don't have It's not a super ton of these, but the particular thing about this album, the most popular song according to Spotify is actually the first song. The most popular song according to Spotify is the first song you hear off here, which is Calling All Skeletons, which is a pretty dope song pitched like that, but it was not released as a single. But the second most popular is Help Me, which is Good Type Phrase. So it's interesting that a song that was not the lead single or the second single is the most popular song. I'll probably talk about that one third within those pitches, but even like the second single, there are songs off this album that have more popularity than the second single, so it's kind of within pitch. But just being able to say Help Me is like amidst like a sunny but gulag kind of typical punk commute to get here, just an everyday type song. Fritos in the car, sunny stuff, aspects from the tone, just good standard type variety, just standard party favorites type fair, just some random fun as far as these pitches gonna happen. Some typical type punk nonsense and romps as far as these pairs gonna happen. So excellent within the pitch as far as saying just the particular product as far as getting towards it, just from the aspect, just the particular fair, just like lazier and kind of more lazier and more sufficient kind of day romp within those fairs, just from the aspects of this plain kind of vanilla type energy pitch like that. Miss some of those type of ordeals, but just kind of one of those type ones. Definitely make weight for more pop punk type fair pitches like that, but pretty good charting type song within pitch. But the aspect behind it, I kind of feel like the aspect within the tones behind it's a good type song within pitch, but probably it blends in, camouflages really well within like the aspect of just talking about the fairs of just other punk type songs within pitch. So it's not going to be like a particular aspect when you would think of punk type tunes, like I was saying, like from Good Charlotte in particular, like Newfound Glory, some of those all downhill from here, some stuff pitch, but it's good, excellent aspect. Just when there's good pitch about it. Snacks and the whips and stuff. There's this aspect of just like Gallivant and Time Waste. Over and Out's a nice one as well within these pitches. Good second single. Now this didn't have any charting appeal, but it's good aspects here. It's like a good gummy kind of sun gaze and porch throwaway to kind of get within these products here. Just golden memes, I'd say, pitch like that. Just some of those type fairs. It's kind of aspect like nostalgia type songs. Some of those type fairs with pals nearby. Pitches like that neighborhood phrase and neighborhood pals, and just the aspects behind it. Standard Beezy's pitches like that. Just some warm beers to kind of have pitches like that. Just a pleasant day as far as this physical happens. So just within the pitch, this is the particular song that's more like Attitude by Alien Ant Farm as far as these pitches kind of happens. Just within the aspects as far as some of those type phrases, good pitches like that. Traps, good songs by Trapped and songs that focus on the pitch as far as those particular fairs go about it. It's interesting within the pitch that both the singles off this album do not tackle like the particular radio type fair with more kind of ravenous type energy within these pitches. You would think a couple songs on here, like particularly In Vain and Calling All Skeletons, probably would have been a little bit larger within like the pitch, a little bit more embrace towards it with like a more kind of captivation type fair within the pitch. It is something that kind of has like the rouse factor, but these are both particular kind of more gummy type songs within the pitch. It is like a wind down type fashion, just something to listen to past like the day mesh or like the fair behind it, just getting towards like the gummier side of the day once things are kind of completed more and winding down within pitch like that. So past 3:30 p.m. just the gulag type moments pitch like that with some good type fairs, good Porsche type songs for further Fritos and Doritos, things like that. So within the variety as far as these physical album, 10 out of 10 album, recommend all 11 songs in the standard edition, so we'll get to more of these later. But Calling All Skeletons, the most popular song off this album, is a nice one within these pitches, like a grand alt kind of evening spice to get here pitches like that. Just some exciting moments, I would definitely say. Have like some Cold Crown Royal nearby pitches like that, some stuff where it deals just a good day so far within these pitches as far as the format's going to happen. So it's just within the pitch as far as talking about it, just within the aspect of like particular getting ready for some tear up pitches like that. So it's kind of the ordeal as far as just getting towards like the variety, like the particular spice of like the viciousness as far as these pairs can have. So just to miss like the aspect, kind of the flair. Now this does have a particular kind of bite about it within some of that pitches, just kind of the aspect. This is a more jivey type one, has a little bit more rhythm towards it than the particular aspect of the singles as far as these pairs can have them. Just to miss like the fair, just having some aspects, just an errand type run or utility run, supply run, some of these type pitches within a tone, and having like the spice of just getting towards the crunk basket as far as these pitches can have them. So it's within the ordeal as far as talking about within the fair. Good productive work day, just getting towards the aspect like the conduit type moments for some pop-offs as far as these pitch can have some excellent type ordeals. In Vain is a real hit type one. This is another one that probably should have been a single within these pitches. Just kind of variety. The fair about these particular songs within these pitches, like I was saying, there's a good number of bubblers and brewers on here within some of these type products. It's just a more passive type album, like I was saying, within pitch as far as these fairs can have, just to miss the aspect of it. But In Vain's like a spicy kind of restaurant and evening scene kind of relish to get here within these products. Just a mild kind of get crunk aspects like that kind of fair, just like the tone, having like some particular fairs just getting towards the tarot going pitches like that. just like some spicy game to spit, some of these type of aspects from the tone behind as far as these pitches kind of happen, just feeling alive and chatty as far as these pitches will kind of happen. So it's missed the ordeal as far as talking about it just within the aspect here as far as getting towards like flames in mind, pitches like that, some of these type of ordeals, just to miss the aspect of just having kind of more in life of the party type mode, pitches like that, dismiss the fray of having like a good endurance to kind of go around for a while within pitches like that amidst some of these type fairs. So it's kind of the pitch, usually moody type albums and emo type albums in the pitch kind of have more aspects that just kind of chip on your shoulder, kind of more standoffish from the pitch, not antisocial kind of standoffish, but dismiss the pitch and just kind of bruise and pitch like that. But there's some good type fairs, dismiss the aspect like some spice in the system as far as getting ready to have some loud pack kind of going within the particular variety. Dislike the aspect to like particular evening scene kind of embrace pitches like that. I found a way as a hit type one within these appeals as well as like a good paced kind of nonsense traffic to get within these aspects here. Just rack up some errands, I would definitely say. Ahead of the time. Rack up some errands ahead of time within these pitches as far as these formats kind of happen within the tone, just getting towards the product of just like the particular, if it is a clean schedule, clear schedule, pitches like that, just getting towards some of these type fairs so you don't have to take care of it later when things are kind of more within the fray as far as these pitches can happen. Just some diva favors to throw in on top of that, have some french fries, good burger type fare on top of that, just standard Mickey D's, Arby's type player pitches like that, so stuff where it deals with it. But it's this kind of product as far as saying paying attention to variety is kind of the aspect as far as getting towards this good type one to kind of be productive within the pitch as far as just like the aspects. Just kind of that emo, it's just that good kind of alternative and hot topic type player, just kind of a paced type one, just missed the pitch. Vehicle wise, just fares like that, just kind of missed the product to just like time waste, spark up one in the vehicle, some of those type pitches, but just miss the aspect of just like curricular type stuff, but just like some extra type motions to get done with things, in my opinion, as far as those pairs have some excellent type pitches there within the product of it. Love, kiss is a hit type one within these aspects, like a nice glare kind of evening stretch and wind down to get within these particular products. Just a wind down kind of romp, I'd say. Just some zigzags pickups, I'd say here, pitches like that. Also grab some wheat thins for bays and bellas as far as these pitches can have. So just to miss the aspect, whether it's just standard kind of personal, it's just more standard kind of personal type pickups, pitches like that, just utility runs, some stuff aspects, or just kind of on a favor run, wheat thins and like skinny pop for bass, some stuff pitches within the tone. But yeah, definitely some coasting type romps, pitches like that. But yeah, love, kiss is definitely some coasting type romps, pitches like that. Just the after hours retreat as far as those pairs can happen within the fray, just like the glide down as far as those pairs can happen within the pitch as far as the product of it kind of happens. Similar to Help Me and Over and Out, some of those type ones pitches like that, I'd say. Particularly another hit one within these aspects would be Live Young, Die Fast within these ordeals, like a good outdoor kind of barbecue and commotion kind of get here within these products. Just some summer fun, I'd say. Tailgate type fair pitches like that, just outdoor kind of parking lot within the legality of it type fair pitches like that, just standard kind of hot and warmer weather kind of commotion. Just have like some ribs and Arby's nearby, pitches like that, some of the stuff where it deals. It's kind of pitch good type product to get like an emo kind of barbecue type song. It's not a super complex, and it's not like it doesn't ever happen, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying to some of that type variety within the tone to just like alternative kind of outdoor kind of cookout type fare within pitch. It's kind of more within the variety about it, but good pitches for that. Trying to think other type ones I haven't talked about on here. Ruin It as a hit type ones, like a raving kind of emo post-hour embrace to get here. Just an energizer and a primer for some tear up as far as these pitches can happen. Very Coheed and Panic at the Disco like, Coheed and Cambria and Panic at the Disco like within some of the pitches. Just a certain kind of drama factor about it that hits pretty well. This one probably could have been like a buzz or promo single within these pitches. It says that particular kind of theater kind of energized within it as far as those physical kind of excellent type pitches with some of those type airs. Good, nice club song on top of that, and house party type rumbles, some stuff aspects with the tone as far as those pitches kind of go. Another good socialized type tune on here would be Lost and Rendered as far as these pitch kind of happens. Like an excellent kind of bass guitar groove and venue rumble to get within these products. Just a passive kind of songs like a passive kind of kickstart pitches like that. Some stuff ordeals. Just a good jumper on top of that as far as these pairs going to go. It's just a grand kind of foot tap pitches like that. Some stuff ordeals. Get some tortilla chips and salsa in your system. Good pitches like that amidst these ordeals as far as the pitch kind of, as far as like the pitch behind it kind of happens. Pitches like that. So I'd say within the ordeals, good banging type ones on here. I think there's a couple more of these I haven't talked about. Good pitches like that. So one of which is Do You Want to Know within these aspects, like a glare kind of day reflect to get in like a 90s kind of alt rock kind of dredge here, I'd say. Have like some McDoubles, some car tokes kind of going pitch like that. Just some vehicle kind of smoking type air pitch like that. Just have like a couple great switchers, pitches like that within the legality of it, just good hot box within a relative type sense, or just, yeah, basic stewing type songs. It's kind of one of those type ones for a little bit of rumination, just out on the go, kind of the in-between. It's a decent, it's kind of a more low-key and just kind of more pleasant, kind of sluggish, kind of just gallivant type song in terms of like those emo kind of post-hour embrace type ones, but it's just more kind of stewing, more rumination, more so in full bound, like the joyride type factor of it, but it's within the pitch, has that relative variety. But yeah, Do You Want to Know is just a nice kind of vanilla kind of time waste and just rumination within pitch like that. Just basic McDonald's type one, and like a kind of in between of like 90s kind of alt rock and some emo type flair within a relative type sense. Just a pop punk type one that kind of did some of that 97, 98 kind of alt type vibes pitch like that. But good type ordeals within those flares, I'd say good pitch like that. Just the dredge factor real high, some of those affairs. And then Into the Night is the hit type ones, like a good amidst like some evening commerce to kind of get here, just fraying into like some venue rumble, I would say, and socials definitely within these products. Just have like some wings getting ready to happen, get that particularly tapped out. Get that particularly tapped into some of those type pitches, the initial kind of dap and conduct within the pitch, and just getting towards the product like some tear up, good pitch like that. So it's within these phrase. Now to say, when I was talking about this album being like a kind of passive aggressive type product, it is within pitch. It is pretty social and lively within these pitches. It's kind of fair as far as saying it's just not as full bound kind of in your face and quite as just not as full bound powder keg within these pitches, which is not a horror. That's not a horrid thing within these products as far as these pitches can have them, but it's just the aspect that just doesn't have like that breakthrough kind of single. It's excellent type variety getting towards some of these type pitches and getting these particular albums and songs pitches like that, but it's kind of fair as far as saying that it's kind of like, I found this band kind of similar to Death Cab for Cutie as far as these pitches can have, and I need to get back to them. It's been quite some time since I've reviewed them within these pitches, but it's kind of variety as far as saying that the product behind certain type bands like Death Cab and this particular one, Alkaline Trio pitch like that, is just the fair that the commonplace behind like the most distinct type songs on here is kind of within debate as far as the pitch goes, which is not a humongous problem. It's just kind of pitch in terms of like something with more recognition. Probably would have to say a song like Calling All Skeletons or Help Me probably would be the largest choices, but there's actually some better ones on here. I do like some of these venue rumbles. They're pretty good at doing like a good venue type song and club type tune pitches like that, some of these type ones, kind of within variety. I think enough of these like In Vain, Lost and Rendered, and Into the Night, some of these type ones, and probably like I would say I Found a Way, Calling All Skeletons, some of these type ones have some good type pitches for like the aspect of a mild kind of more or less shake your ass dance club type fair pitches like that. Get like some Bacardi in your system within a relative type sense, get the wings going, tortilla chips, some of these type fairs, but it's kind of the aspect as far as saying this isn't seemingly going to have like that red hot kind of ravenous type hook that this is blaring out at each and every car speaker that you'd hear within those varieties. So it's kind of pitch, not as ubiquitous, but still pretty excellent within the tones behind it. It's a good type flares about it. It's a 10 out of 10 album. Social score is probably going to go ahead and get, as a result, maybe like a 9.5 out of 10. It's not a bad album within these pitches. I mean, the quality is definitely on here. That's why I'm giving it its as high a score as a 9.5. It's just kind of pitch that just doesn't have like a staple that kind of stretches out. I mean, Help Me is pretty good, but that's kind of a lazier type tune, more for like gummy kind of 4 o'clock p.m. type hours pitch like that, just kind of everyday type traffic, just positive kind of frustrate pitches like that. But in terms of like some thunder type energy, when you think of Panic at the Disco with like I Write Sins Not Tragedies and some of those type ones, other pop punk type ones are popping up around that time. Blood on the Dance Floor with particular Money and Hose, their lead single off their first album, pitches like that. It's kind of ordeal as far as saying this is the variety as far as talking about. It's just the aspect. It's not missing anything, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying the product. The only mild mishap is just as far as saying it just needed like a more large scale type anchor. But other than that, it basically has this particular album fair in space. A 9.5 social. The variety is on here. The restaurant songs, the particular vehicle kind of embellished type songs for like some joyrides and just over. Like some joyrides and erranding pitch like that, get some tear up going, get some songs for like some barbecue going and getting fucked up, some stuff pitched in the aspect, a few club type bots for like the pitch like some dance type noise and bullpit type energy, and then like some neighborhood romps for like some porch type fun and like the summertime pitch like that for just picking up like wheat thins and like Doritos pitch like that, some stuff ordeals, and like some vehicle kind of embellished pitch like that, some stuff ordeals. A good pitch about that. So the quality is definitely would be a 10, but it's just more 9.5 social without the staple. So pretty much pitches like that. So 10 score, 9.5 social. In terms of the future, Alkaline Trio dropped an album in 2024, pitches like that. So within those ordeals, it's probably some good type ordeals. So expect some further type heat along the way within these pitches. So I'm going to get to these folks again within these I'm going to get to these folks soon enough within these pitches, maybe not right away, but within product it is going to happen, fairs like that. But this is a classic here, being able to say just a more passive aggressive type classic. Definitely some rumbles on here that are just more boilers and blood bubblers, pitches like that really get the things going, pitches like that for some restaurant type noise, and just overall good rilers that whip that ass as far as those pitches can happen.